everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today we are reviewing a Travelodge. I have actually stayed here before, like before COVID. It's a really nice Travelodge, one of the nicer ones, and thought I would review it because I've upgraded us to a accessible super room. Now, don't know what super room is. It's like first class, but for hotels. So like, you know, Premier Inn, you get Premier Plus rooms. This is a Travelodge version of that. So I'm going to review the hotel, show you the room, show you the food, and chat about my experience here. So let's head into the room. So, first impressions. You can tell this is a super room because the decor is different. It's got more of a relaxed feel. Let's go and explore the room because I'm excited for this, see what we get in a super room. So first off, that's how you turn on the lights. That's a lot area now in here. Anyway, let's go check out the wet room. I'm excited for this. This is nice. Definitely. Oh my god, guys, that looks like a really good shower. I'll show you in a sec. But I've come in and the red cord, it is dangling, but I'll show you. So red cord, red cord, red cord, red cord, and at least it's on the floor, but it shouldn't be obstructing by the bar. But anyway, apart from that, that side of the wet room is quite nice. Got some nice towels and things there. And then we've got the shower here. It's one thing with hotels that they leave these up really high, and this is an accessible room. So it's lucky I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user, but yeah, anyone who works for hotels, this is something to keep in mind for if you're in like doing an accessible room. Some things like this, lowering it, makes it so much more accessible for us. Because now I have fibro, and reaching up like this is causing me pain, and it's not easy either to turn it around to loosen it. I love how low that goes, so I'm going to bring it a bit closer, guys, and show you. So here, we've got a nice accessible seat. That's nice. And shower. Look at it, guys. It's so shiny. You can see my selfie stick on it. But let's test this. Try not to get myself wet in the process. So that's one of the no's. That's another no. Oh, I look forward to that. Oh, and a massage mode. Silly me, I was trying to turn off the shower. But yeah, oh, it goes a bit wet now, but never mind. That, I look forward to having a shower in that later. So hopefully later I can give you a good review on this shower. But I want to go check out the rest of the room now, but looking forward to using this wet room. It's nice and big as well. Let's check out the rest. So from the wet room, you come in, got the beds. I'll do the bed test in a minute. Got a nice full length mirror. Hello. If you're wondering where my stick is, it is in my bag. I should have got it out really. But yeah. Oh my god, guys, look, you get hairdryer in the room. I look forward to using that later. That's going to be good. Get a nice telly. Obviously, lamp. And what do we have here? We have a Levanza coffee machine. Have some Kit Kats, hot chocolate. Oh, I look forward to having that later. And I like how they've done this with the menu. We've put the menu instead of on the table, just on the side now in a foldable thingy. You've got towels, accessible wardrobe, and turn around, we'll look at the view in a sec. Got the beds, got this nice comfy chair in the corner here, and our view. Now, I know what you're going to say. Your last Travelodge was a courtyard view as well. Yeah, it was, but this courtyard view is a bit better because at least you can see other buildings. You know, it is worth mentioning, if you do have an accessible room on the other side, it does overlook the Bullring. So, time for me to check out the bed. Oh, it feels very comfortable straight away. I think we're going to sleep well on that. Yes, it is actually 2 single beds pushed together with a little clip at the bottom, but oh my god, this is like, oh, I could lay here all day long, but I can't, because I need to get on, because I've got more content to film for you guys. So now I'm going to sit here. Ooh, I like this chair, swingy chair. Sit here. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Yeah, it's alright here. Staff are really lovely. Check-in, filled in an evacuation plan with me for if there was a fire. Because we are actually on the 5th floor. We're in room 506. Good Kit Kat that. So they give you a little card, obviously, with your room key in. And it's got all the information on it. So checkout time, housekeeping, Wi-Fi, free for 30 minutes. And it tells you all the times that breakfast and dinner are served, which that is actually quite handy to have. Because like when I've been to like Premier Inn or other places, I literally just forget like what times they are. Have to ring them or ask them again. So yeah, I really want to go on this coffee machine right now, but I've got to head out. I'll come back later and have dinner and chill out. But for now, see you guys later on. I'll leave you right here. Oh yeah, please don't take Luke's chocolate bar while I'm gone. Right, see you in a bit, guys. Oh damn, I forgot my wheelchair. I wouldn't be able to get out with that, without that, am I now? That would actually be a good idea. Actually no, I'm going to need my bag, isn't I? Oh. Right, try again. See you later, guys. So it is now several hours later and we are going to go down for dinner. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film because I know some YouTubers have had problems filming in Travelodge restaurants, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, so let's head down. So this is the bar restaurant area. So it's worth mentioning that if you do the meal deal, you can only have the ones that are in like with that by the side of them. So the flatbread pizza couldn't, meat fish you can, and it also does not include a drink. So I've gone for the steak and ale pie. I don't normally eat steak, but thought I'd give it a shot. For dessert, I've gone for sticky toffee pudding. So we are now back upstairs from dinner. Dinner was okay. Didn't want to talk about down there. The food was okay. Luke's pizza was dry around the edges, like the crust, so I did let them know so they can let the kitchen know, and they were very thankful of that. And then I had, as you saw, the steak and ale pie and mash, which, sorry Travelodge, I'll give it a 4 or 5 out of 10. The pastry wasn't nice and fresh. I have a pie. I like the pastry to be nice and soft and, you know, all that kind of thing. And the mash was a bit dry on the top. But apart from that, was okay. The dessert though, the dessert wasn't much nicer. It wasn't dry or anything. Had a sticky toffee pudding. And yeah, now we're back upstairs and I'm gonna have a shower, so I will let you guys know have showers when I get out of the shower. Excuse the state of me, but I've just had a shower, and that shower, I must say, that's better than my shower at home. And that massage mode on it, oh my god, that's so nice. 'Cause I'm in so much pain at the end of the day, and that was lush. So I'm gonna try and find out where I can get that shower head from, because I literally want it. So I do have some feedback for any hotel that has an accessible room, but Travelodge specifically, it would be good to have some kind of hook near the shower, probably just on the bit that's, you know, you've got the curtain and the wall there. It'd be good to have a hook on there, because obviously the hook is over here, and I had to get up and get my clothes from over there. And some people may think, what do you mean, a hook by the shower? But trust me, that would be brilliant for disabled people like myself. It would help them. Another feedback I've got is to provide more towels for wet rooms, because the floor, the water comes all over the floor. I think it is draining a bit, but I've had to use a towel, so that could be a health and safety issue in itself. But I've managed to deal with it. But yeah, that's just another suggestion. But as you can probably see now, I've got my makeup off and everything, I am shattered. So I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning everyone. So we slept really well last night. The bed's super comfy. Like, I didn't even wake up once through the night. Very nice beds. So we then headed down to breakfast. There was some selection, but not a massive selection. The food was okay. I wouldn't rave about it though, but it was edible, which was the main thing. So I owe you guys an apology. I filmed this video and I totally forgot to film an ending. That's the thing. Sometimes when I'm filming multiple videos at once, I forget where I am filming each one. And then sometimes I come home and I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't finish filming it. So I'm doing that now. So the next day we woke up and we had slept really, really well on the beds. It was a bit of a shame because the beds, it was two singles together, and there was a thing in the middle. I might have shown you it, I can't remember guys. A few weeks ago now I filmed this video. We could feel the beds kind of separating in the middle, but apart from that, we had slept really, really well in the room, and we felt so refreshed to get on with our days. We had Nadex and all the other things we done, which was brilliant. Would I stay at this Travelodge again? Yes, I would, but I probably would not do a meal deal or get any of the food. In my opinion, the food standard in that hotel has gone downhill since I stayed there before, like pre-COVID. I think it was during COVID the last time I stayed there. So for 2 nights in this hotel, in a accessible super room for 2 people, with the meal deal included, it came to £287, which was quite good. I did search around and see what would be cheaper, but this had come up cheaper at the time, and I knew the hotel that we would have a good night's sleep because I had stayed there before. Now, I'm just going off topic a slight here, so there will be a pause in my content at some point. That's because I am moving house, so the content will be paused for a bit, but if you follow me on TikTok, you can catch me over there. My username is here if you currently do not follow me and would like to follow me over there. I tend to do more awareness about my conditions, mental health, and just general things over there. So it's a bit more different to what I do on YouTube. Because YouTube for me, it's more about going out and showing people with disabilities and people without disabilities as well that you can do these things if you're disabled, and that the help is out there and you shouldn't let your disability or whatever stop you from doing these things. Whereas my TikTok is more about my functional neurological disorder and my other conditions I have, and I sometimes do lives on there, and I like to, you know, build a community of people that are friends on there. So if you'd like to check that out, please make sure you do. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Now guys, I'm going to go over this again. Subscribing on YouTube does not mean that you are paying. Subscribe, it's basically, so you know, on Facebook or TikTok, you have follow. When you follow someone, it costs you nothing, doesn't it? Well, on YouTube, subscribe basically means follow. And then some channels that have got big following, such as Walk With Me Tim, he has channel members, and that is a section you do have to pay for. But on my channel, I currently do not offer that. It's just subscribing. So if you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to me. It really helped me out. It really helped the video out. And leave a comment if you want. And I will see you all in the next one, whenever that'll be. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. And I hope you all keep well. And I will be back once I've moved house. So wish me luck with that, guys. But take care, everyone. See you in the next one. Bye.